So hey crafters, it's Janet with Crafting It Up in Creations, coming at you today with a Sophie and Toffee haul. Wanted to show you the box. It says Love Life, Love Crafting. So the packaging on this stuff is like superb. So I wanted to show you kind of what it looked like on the outside and even when you opened it up. They have super cute things that you can do for resin crafts. And there's also things that you could use as well for like polymer clay. They've got rhinestones, beads, molds, findings, charms, all kinds of embellishments. There's deco cream. They do have some clay as well, but they have all kinds of different things that you can buy from this site. Now they do come from all this does come from Singapore, so it does take a while. I want to say both times I've ordered, this was my second order, that it took a little over 3 weeks for it to get to me. But on their defense, I am on the East Coast and it is an overseas shipment, so it's kind of like any of the other stuff from overseas. Now the first thing I'm showing you is the shakers. That first one was a small shaker, small round one, and this is the large round one. Definitely the large round one would be the one that you could use with an actual cup. I think the smaller one is just too small. Now granted, I can use that for just about anything else and maybe even make Christmas ornaments out of that one. So I'm super excited to give these a try. And I'm going to open this one up and kind of just show you what it looks like up close without all that plastic on it. I had to do a voiceover for this because the crinkling, it just got on my nerves and I just felt like I wasn't talking loud enough for it. So here's what the actual mold looks like. And they really feel super neat too. But I think this has a little bit of a learning curve to it. So I'm going to do a little bit of research and try it out. And then I'll kind of maybe do a video with a resin with me type video and just show you how I do this. Now with the molds being see-through, then you can use a UV light and UV resin to cure these really easy, but you can also use regular resin as well. It's just a neat thing with the UV resin. You know, you can definitely finish a product a lot quicker. And the first one was just some faceted gems, and this one is little pieces that are like frames. And that one's kind of detailed. You can kind of see it up close. The others have some detail in it, but that first one really has a lot more going on with it. But I think they're super cute. Now this one is a mermaid tail and it's a shaker as well. I can't wait to try this. It's like 2 different pieces and you just kind of piece those together and you would glue them using either the resin glue or the resin itself and then cure it with the UV light. But I really like this. I can't wait to try some of this stuff. If you really are super excited like I am, leave me a message down below or give me a thumbs up, and hopefully this will help get my creative juices going, knowing other people are excited too. Now this is a square shaker. I think this one would be really good for coasters as well. But like I say, these are made really nice. The silicone and everything with them is a very high quality. And they're not that expensive. So there's all the silicone molds that I got. I think there is one little smaller one. I'll show it to you later. Now these are cabochons. They're just gradient ombre mermaid tails. And they're flat on one side, as you can see. And then they have the little fins and the little scales on the mermaid tail as well. So there's a lot of detail in these. And they've kind of made it blue and pink, and then kind of where they merge together you can see a hint of purple in these, so they're really pretty. I did decide to try some of their UV resin. It's a colorant and it's in the color black. I tried to order white as well, but I think it must have sold out before they got the order placed. But this is really good to set in if you're doing, you know, one of these resin pieces, to put the black in behind it, and then whatever you've put in the front, it kind of makes it pop. I decided to try some of their hard UV LED resin. It's kind of like on the smaller size of a bag, and I will say that this UV resin was a little more expensive than what I've seen at other places, so I would definitely shop around. I did get a bottle off of Amazon that was just like this one, but it didn't have the Sophie and Toffee name on it. It was larger, and it actually cost about the same amount, so definitely do a little bit of research on your own. If you're interested in UV resin, I know Lisa Pavelka has some at firemountaingems.com, and I so want to try that one as well. So I'm going to get on here someday and order some of that, and maybe even do a comparison of them. These are little cabochons. They're little roses, and I got them in several different colors. Some of them are just pastel colors, and some of them are considered neon pastels. And I got 2 different sizes. And what I plan on using these for are the ornaments that I want to make that are going to be unicorn ornaments. I've already made unicorn horns out of some polymer clay, and I plan on using these flowers to kind of go around the horns, just to kind of dress them up a little. So that's the only thing I actually really had planned for those, but I think even they would look good with some of the polymer clay pieces that I've been working on. I'm wanting to do little fairy garden terrariums, and so I think those would look really good even around the top edge of the terrarium as well. These are acrylic beads. They're really pretty stars, and they're translucent. They had a whole lot of different colors of these, and they weren't very expensive at all. I want to say the bag itself might have been $2 or $3. But they're made really nice. There's a place where you can hang them from at the top of the star. I'm going to put my hand behind this just so you can kind of get a better look at it, and so the camera will focus. But they're really nice. Actually, they were $3.15 for that whole bag, and it's considered 50 grams. And then I did get some half pearls. These are a Gradient Galaxy pastel, and these both are set as half pearls, and I thought, well, these would be good to use for different things, because I'd also found the whole pearls. Now it looks like there's more half pearls than there are whole pearls when you kind of look at what's in each of the containers. But these are really nice. I thought the whole ones would be good for resin, the half ones would be good for polymer clay. So I got one of each of those, and it comes as a set for both of those. And then I also got this holographic glitter. It's called Candy Confetti, and they're just little tiny pieces of confetti. And I thought these would be good using in the shakers, or even in pocket letters for shakers. So I thought those were really pretty. I kind of like the colors in them too. One kind of looks more like, not really primary colors, but sort of, and the other ones look pastel. These are some candy hearts, or candy color pastel hearts, and they're really cute too. I thought they would be really nice to use if I make charms. So I did buy a bag of those. And then I got these little cute iridescent glitter powders. They're a chrome pigment powder, and it's 1 gram of each one. And I got it in white and pink. The white has the number 1 on it, and the pink has the number 7. And when I hold them up together, you can kind of tell that it does have like a little pinkish purple tinge to it almost, but it's really hard to tell on its own. But I think these will be really good to add to the resin and just give the resin some really pretty color. These others are some chameleon chrome pigment flakes. They're 0.2 grams, and they're in the color purple and pink. And this pink almost kind of looks burgundy when you look at it on camera. But I think those will be really pretty added to the resin too. So I got one of each of those. And I can't wait to try those. I bet those will be really pretty added to something. And I think that purple will kind of look galaxy colored because you can actually see some blue flakes in that too. Now this is a cupcake tarts and like the little cream topping as well. I'm not really good about reading the measurements on these, so these are super small. But I thought these would be good if I even made something in them in the polymer clay for even the dollhouse that I'm doing for Madison. And then I got some of this abalone shell, and this is thick. I got the thick and the thin, but the thick, the pieces are just a little bit bigger. They're a little bit more chunkier, but this will be really pretty added to some resin and making some pieces with that. So I can't wait to try that out. And this one says iridescent, but it looks more to me like a shimmery white, but it's really beautiful. I can't wait to try that one as well. Which I can't wait to try all of this stuff. I don't know why I keep saying that. But then this one is the thin. And you can sort of tell just by looking at it that the pieces are a lot smaller. So that's those. So these are open bezels, and this one is in the shape of a star, of course, and you can use resin in the open part of it and decorate it, really anything to your heart's desire. But if you use packing tape and kind of push it against the back part of this open bezel, you can add the UV resin and cure it and then peel the tape off. And I'll show you an example at the end of one that I've done something with. Now this one is a moon open bezel, but it's actually listed as a wand. And I thought that was really cute. I can't wait to add maybe some galaxy colors to that. And last but not least, I got some of these silicone sculpting tools. Now these were really pretty. I love the jewels in the middle of these. But the sculpting tools are a nice larger size. I have some that I bought from Michael's, and they're really small. I wasn't so sure about them, but this is definitely one of those things that you look at and you think, well, do I really need that? And maybe you don't really need it, but it sure does come in handy. So I have some of the smaller ones, so I decided to opt in and go for these larger ones because they were just really nice. This set of 3 was only $8.41. And so I really think that they'll come in handy with the polymer clay, especially if I make bigger things. And well, that wraps up my Sophie and Toffee haul. If you do like this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Leave me some love. I really do appreciate it more than you guys know. And if you are looking forward to future videos with using this stuff, let me know. I need some motivation. Here lately, I've been doing some reorganizing, but I need to do some crafting. So this is one of the open bezels that I used. It's the little key heart. And I used the UV resin and added some pink glitter that was from Michael's into the center of it. Added a little bit more resin and added a little bit more glitter and cured it again. And I'm going to let Logan give this to his girlfriend for Valentine's Day. But it came out really super cute and it was really simple. This is a little snowflake charm. Some of the little snowflake pieces that are kind of in the middle of it came from the Target Dollar Spot. The glitter came from Dollar Tree. And then I've got the UV resin, of course, in it, and a little heart charm and a jewel there. And then these are just a little package of bales that I got off of Amazon. Got a bunch of different colors. You can, of course, get these at Michael's, Joann's, AC Moore, anywhere that sells jewelry. But they're going to be really good to add to the back of that shaker coaster. The smaller one, I think that'll make really cute Christmas ornaments. I can't wait to get started on some of that stuff when that time rolls around. But I may make a spring one just to see how it comes out. Oh, and real quick, because I promised to show you the flashlight. This is More Pilot. This I did get off of Amazon.com. They came in a 2-pack. You got them for a little less than $10. It was prime shipping. It is a UV curing flashlight. So it's actually just a UV flashlight, but it cures UV resin. I admit I was a little skeptical at first, but it works perfect. You can open it up very easily. It's got a little piece that comes out, and it holds 3 AAA batteries. So it's really easy to use. It's not a weird battery that you'll have to go hunting for or cost a lot. And so far, it's worked very well with those real clear silicone molds on curing the resin. So I highly recommend these. So definitely got a lot of plans to do different crafting videos this year. I want to work with polymer clay, with the resin and jewelry, and I'm kind of getting a little bit organized with some of that stuff as to where I'm keeping all that together. So I hope you'll stay tuned. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I hope you all are having a wonderful week, and I hope you get a moment to craft it up. Take care.